On the national rundown this week, we can take a look at a veteran charged in the Capitol attack, Florida State's new election bill, and a statement from Prince William. Welcome to the National Rundown. I'm Joel Vasquez. A lot of headlining news. First up, today a veteran was charged in his actions in the Capitol riots. John Andrews, the man charged, served in the Marine Corps from 2004 to 2009. Andrews breached the protected barriers outside the Capitol and entered through a broken window. Andrews has pleaded not guilty to 5 federal crimes: entering a restricted building, disorderly conduct, violent entry into a Capitol, and impeding passage through the Capitol, and unlawful demonstration. A Florida State panel on Wednesday voted to advance an election bill that would ban drop boxes used to mail in ballots. There has been some pushback from the other local election supervisors. The decision has come as state lawmakers across the country are pushing to change election procedures after the events of the 2020 election. The bill will next make its way to the Senate Rules Committee for its next hearing. Earlier today, Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves signed the Mississippi Fairness Act into effect, a bill that will prohibit transgender student athletes from participating in school sports in accordance with their gender identity. Multiple activists and leaders have come out in full support of transgender students in facing this discrimination. Officials like President Biden believe that it is unconstitutional for transgender rights. And a new forecast from the CDC expects COVID-19 deaths to continue to decline over the next 4 weeks. This, as an agency says, about 10% of Americans have been fully vaccinated so far. Chris Martinez has the latest from Los Angeles.
FEMA opened a COVID vaccination site in Greensboro, North Carolina Wednesday. The facility is expected to administer 3,000 doses a day. As more people get vaccinated, some states are loosening eligibility. Alaska is now the first state to make the vaccine available to anyone over 16.
We have a real good possibility of hitting herd immunity before any other state.
And New York is now lowering the eligibility age to 60.
That's good news for so many hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers.
Texas lifted its mask mandate Wednesday, citing improved conditions. But the head of the CDC says she's concerned about the move, with only about 10% of Americans fully vaccinated.
We must remain vigilant as we work to scale up our vaccination efforts across this country.
Here in Los Angeles, the nation's second largest school district has reached a tentative deal with teachers to return to in-person learning next month. For students like 11-year-old Mickey Allen, it's not soon enough.
This school year was a major problem.
To him, it feels like no one cares.
The school district says it's spent more than $1 billion since the pandemic started on upgrades, including to the air filtration systems. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
When we come back, more on the latest headlines. Stay with us.
Sorry about that. No, I've been staying at my dad's place because of everything.
Where are we going?
He's good. Yeah, I know, we keep missing each other. I've been working out of my dad's house, doing some reading. I should be working out more. I just feel like I'm drowning.
Navigating these times can be tough, but while you care for your loved one, you also need to care for yourself. Go to aarp.org/caregiving for free mental health and self-help tips.
maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made this vacation.
Hello and welcome back to the National Rundown. I'm Joel Vasquez. President Joe Biden will give his first primetime speech tonight. It will focus on the sacrifices of the American people and how to combat COVID. He will also highlight the progress made during the 50 days of his vaccination program, sacrifices made by the American people, and the work his team has done to increase the number of vaccinations. Today marks the 1-year anniversary of the national shutdown. He is expected to begin at 8 p.m. tonight. Let's head over. Thank you for watching the National Rundown. I'm Joel Vasquez. Have a good night. Welcome back to the National Rundown. There are claims that the royal family is racist. Prince William spoke about the interview with Prince Harry and the Duchess Meghan Markle conducted by Oprah, stating, quote, "We are very much not a racist family," end quote. The interview had shocking news that the Duke and the Duchess of Sussex made about the reason why they stepped down from their royal positions. We found out that there were conversations in the royal household about how dark Meghan's skin color would be when the baby was born. Prince William definitely had words to say about the interview. Bristol Mountain Ski Resort in Canaguna, New York, there was a 14-year-old girl dangling just by her coat from a ski lift chair. Thankfully, the resort's ski patrol responded fast and they rescued her to safety. A witness, Noah Wilson, said, quote, "She was okay, she wasn't injured, she was able to stand up and walk away," end quote. Bristol Mountain's general manager is making sure to do an internal investigation into the incident so it's safe for other skiers. Ski lift accidents are very infrequent, but they do happen. Later, we have the weather forecast. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.
Right here, baby. Look. Uma.
Noah. Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
Welcome back to the National Rundown. I'm Joel Vasquez. President Joe Biden will give his first primetime speech tonight. It will focus on the sacrifices of the American people and how they combat COVID. He will also highlight the progress made during the 50 days of his vaccination program, sacrifices by the American people, and the work his team has done to increase the number of vaccinations. Today marks the 1-year anniversary of the nationwide shutdown. He is expected to begin at 8 p.m. Next, let's head over to Nick with entertainment.
Recently, this past week, headlines were made after Meghan Markle, wife of Prince Harry, opened up about her dark memories with the royal family. Markle spoke to Oprah Winfrey in a tell-all interview about her recent struggles with mental disabilities, dealing with depression and suicidal thoughts. Markle spoke about being looked down upon and spoke about how the royal family treated her and how she did not want to have a dark baby. Beyonce has been very vocal about supporting Meghan in her struggles. Meanwhile, on the other side, Piers Morgan is taking every moment of this to badmouth Markle, speaking of how he doesn't believe in her mental issues. In other news, True Detective star Matthew McConaughey in a recent interview stated that he is seriously considering running for Texas governor. McConaughey stated, quote, "I'm looking into it now and again. What's my leadership," he said, "because I do think I have some things to teach and share, and what is my role? What's my category in the next chapter of my life?" End quote. In movie news, with COVID still an issue, the big movies are coming to the little screen now, with Justice League The Snyder Cut coming to HBO Max March 18th. Also coming to HBO Max, another big blockbuster film, Godzilla vs. Kong, on March 24th. That's it for the entertainment news. Now back to the desk.
Go ahead, Joe.
Thanks, Nick. Pennsylvania's unemployment office is hiring 500 individuals to answer the phone lines from jobless people who wait hours and hours to get their questions answered. The new hires are supposed to enhance the customer service at unemployment centers for the jobless allegations caused by COVID-19. Jennifer Barrier, the department secretary, stated, quote, "Our goal is to ultimately to have every call answered," end quote. Department officials are working with its call center vendor, Philadelphia-based Inspiritech, to hire the new crew by June. Bringing new people into work, the phone lines is a great first step. All right, will you be able to hang outside this weekend? We'll give you the latest after the break.
As the COVID-19 vaccines become available, you might be asking yourself, should I get it? And if I do, will I be able to go about life without putting my family at risk? You've got questions, and that's normal. The fact is, the vaccines are safe and effective. They're going to save lives. To get the latest on the COVID-19 vaccines, visit getvaccineanswers.org, because getting back to the moments we miss starts with getting informed. It's up to
All right, welcome back to the National Rundown. Now let's talk some sports. Dak Prescott is officially the second highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Prescott agreed to a long-deserved extension with the Dallas Cowboys on Monday evening. The 4-year contract will pay him $160 million with a maximum value of $164 million. Prescott moves ahead of the Texans' Deshaun Watson and will trail the Chiefs' quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, on the compensation scale when it comes to contract value, guaranteed money, and average annual salary. Speaking of the Chiefs, they have decided to release their offensive tackles, Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz. This decision will save them more than $18 million against the salary cap. Neither of the athletes played in the Chiefs' Super Bowl loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last month because of their injuries. The Chiefs' general manager, Brett Veach, said in a statement, quote, "I have tremendous amount of respect for both Eric and Mitchell. These decisions are never easy, especially with guys like these. But both players will forever be part of our history," end quote. With the 2021 Tokyo Olympics just around the corner, the Chinese Olympic Committee has offered to provide a vaccine doses to athletes in this year's Tokyo Olympics and next year's Beijing Winter Olympics. The International Olympic Committee will pay for all the doses accepted by both Olympic and Paralympic teams this year and next year. Japan has not insisted that athletes get shots in order to participate, and according to officials, the government has decided that foreign spectators will not be allowed to attend this summer's games. That's all for tonight's episode of the National Rundown. I'm Joel Vasquez. Have a good night.